Hello, everybody, and welcome to XCW's technical first episode of Breaking the Scale. This is our talk show that takes place after every maximum on Saturday nights, and yeah. So, without further ado, I would like to introduce my new co-host, Dilly. Dilly, would you like to say anything?
What up? What up? What up?
All right. And without further ado, let's cut all the crap and just get to our first guest tonight. Our first guest here tonight is the one and only, the greatness that is, one, Xavier DeMonte. So, Xavier, what do you have to say about what happened tonight?
What do you mean what happened tonight? My client Sam won, and that's all that matters.
But do you feel that without your guidance, let's just call it guidance, that maybe Sam wouldn't be where he is right now?
I disagree.
Why is that?
Let's see here. He got put on the main roster on his first night in XCW, not by me, but by you. Am I wrong?
You are correct.
Exactly. Let's see here. Also, that very next month, he won the 8-man Death Dome for the Extreme Championship.
You're correct.
Which I didn't put him in. You put him in.
You're correct.
Am I wrong? Then he was scheduled to face Flaming the Flame. Am I wrong?
You are correct.
Look, Sam doesn't need me. He's great on his own. I've only enhanced who he is. That's not a problem.
Except when he hasn't had any time to develop on his own.
Time to develop.
You're right. You're right. I did push him.
So let me just stop you there for a second. Before he was my client earlier this year, did he not put on 3 Match of the Year candidates in a row with Giordano? Am I wrong?
You are correct.
Was I there? No, I wasn't. So I fail to see this logic. I'm sorry.
Okay. But here's what I'm trying to say. Sure, I started pushing him. I admit that. But I regret that deeply. And here's why. Not because of where he's now.
That sounds more like a personal problem.
Here's why. Because now, and anybody you ask can agree to this, when people look at Sam, they don't see Sam. They see you, and that's a problem. Not that being you is bad.
That's a personal problem. That's not my problem. That's a personal problem.
Hold
on a second. If they see me, then I'm going to take that as a compliment because I was on top of XCW for how many years?
But this isn't your era. This isn't our era anymore. You told me the same thing. This isn't our era
But they see me. They see the second coming of me. Is that what you're saying?
But when someone saw me and someone else, you were like, no, we can't have that.
Is that what you're saying? They see the second coming of me. The man who was on top of XCW.
The problem is...
There is no problem.
The problem is we don't need another Xavier.
There is no problem.
We don't need another Anarchy. We don't need another Dilly.
We don't need another Kyle. Didn't you bring in Vertel? We don't need another Anarchy. Didn't you bring in Vertel?
I did.
Am I wrong?
I did. But where was XCW at that point?
Whoa. We don't need another
No.
Didn't you bring in Common?
Okay. That was in the golden era.
But you tried to bring in 2, so...
That was in the golden era.
I to see what you're trying to do.
That was in the golden era.
Oh, wow. No. I felt it.
Look, what I'm trying to say is, it's a new era.
It's a new era, okay, yeah. But you brought in Vertel and
Gen X. When did this era start?
Just last year.
And when did I bring Vertel in? Just before the Gen X started.
You know what? On top of that,
no.
Didn't you have Vertel as your client this summer? Am I wrong?
You are correct.
We don't need another Anarchy, okay?
We don't. Because Vertel isn't the new Anarchy. He's Vertel. And you've said that yourself countless times, have you not?
In different context, but okay.
No, you haven't.
Yes, in different context.
Whenever I say he's the next Anarchy, you're like, no, he's the first Vertel.
No, that is definitely not what I meant.
Look, okay, let's get back on topic here. My point is, when people look at Sam, they don't see the new talent of Sam. They see you. And look, that's not a bad thing. I'll be honest. That's not a bad thing. But the problem is it doesn't give him his chance to develop on his own.
Look.
Because you and I pushed him to the moon before he even learned how to stand up on 2 feet by himself.
Look.
He uses our pushes as his crutches, and he does it to this day.
Here's the thing. I'm not forcing these people to see Sam as myself. That's more of a personal thing than a Sam thing.
Let's consider the fact you might be.
I don't think we view Sam as like the next Xavier, but when we see Sam, we only see Xavier because it's about all Sam does.
That's what I mean. Because whenever
like it's not like we view him as he's the new Xavier. It's we only see him with you. So
and
we
that's a
associate
problem.
him
That's
with...
not my problem.
The problem that I think we're trying to say is like you baby him.
Oh, okay, mister. You want to talk about babying. This is breaking the scale, right? We're about to break the fourth wall. You know what? Should we get Friends Blue's girlfriend involved in this? Mr. I baby him.
Hey.
I suggest you take your words, sir.
That was dirty. You shouldn't have done that.
Oh my
that was
God,
dirty.
Xavier.
Okay, look. Okay.
What did France do to deserve
Wait. Speaking about baby, let me remind you that you babied Giordano through his entire title reign. Am I wrong?
Speaking of babies, how's Kia again?
You know what?
Exactly. Now, let me get back to my point.
Look, we can get personal about this right now.
Look. Hey, let's back up.
I'm stepping in. We're stopping this.
Look.
Hold on. Let's get back on track, guys.
You're right. Let's get back on track. I'm sorry. That I shouldn't have done that. Look. The thing is, like, Sam has potential. I admit that. Sam could be number 1. I just don't think
Sam is number 1.
I don't think he's...
He beat your client, Eric Clean, today.
Okay.
He hasn't won.
Okay.
He hasn't won.
Speaking of that... Wait, hold on, Xavier. Speaking about that match with Eric, what do you have to say to the screenshots floating around of him having a chair and whatnot?
Look,
you have a comment upon that?
First of all, I haven't seen the screenshots. Second, I didn't give him the chair.
But France Blue did.
Okay, did Sam use it during... If Sam had used it during the match, we would have all heard it. Am I wrong?
My bad, I was blind.
I didn't know blindness affected hearing, my bad.
Okay, smart ass. Alright, look.
Look, I can do this all day.
Look, I have another question for you.
Okay.
Because France supposedly gave Sam...
Hold on a second. Hold on, stop. Let me stop. Are you accusing Samael and I of being secret members of war?
No.
What are you talking
That's what
about?
it sounds like.
Not exactly. If you let me finish,
That's
you know
exactly what it sounds like.
It would, because supposedly France helped Sam, would you be looking to manage war over France?
France didn't help Sam.
But he attempted to by giving him a chair.
Which Sam didn't need because he beat Eric clean and he never used the chair, so I fell to see what's going on here.
Well, I'm asking, would you consider managing war?
Would I consider managing war?
We're trying to aid you and your client.
Well, look, obviously the problem here is that there's too many me's going around, so I mean, look, Friends Blue can be Friends Blue and I can be Xavier, if that's what you want to hear. Better?
Okay.
Look, I think you're missing what we're trying to say. Sam has an ungodly amount of potential.
Oh yeah, I noticed that when I took him on.
You're right. He is number 1 right now. And he could be the face of the entirety of Gen X.
Tell me something I don't know.
But the only reason he is because you have him you're at his side every moment.
You know what? Hold on, but I see the problem here. This is about the fact that my clients can succeed and your clients cannot.
Ooh.
Let's be honest here. Eric, he failed in the main event scene and he failed tonight. Should we talk about Littell? He turned on you. Should we talk about Dylan JP? How's that money going along, by the way?
Well, that was dirty, Xavier. That was...
Look.
Should I go on?
The reason
let's talk about Ben Ovios.
the reason why my clients can't quote unquote succeed is because I don't have to do and fight for them by providing them with weapons all the time.
Look, I think
or paying off France Blue to give them a weapon. No, here's the thing. When I have a client,
did I fight for Sam tonight?
When I have a client,
did I fight for Sam tonight?
When I have a client, I put my faith in them. I don't give them a weapon.
Okay, did I fight for Sam tonight? Did I fight for Sam tonight?
But
yes or no?
You might as well have.
To become N1C when he did nothing prior.
Look,
Eric didn't.
Sam was gone for a month.
Hold on.
Stop.
And Eric was only in the match because of the stipulation that you made.
Hold on.
Mr. Alan Hogg here gave Eric the number 1 contender as a joke. What has he done?
Listen.
But it was a stipulation that you made for your match.
As a joke.
Sam was gone for a month. He comes back. First thing you say is, I want him to have Eric's shot that he has spent so long trying to earn. And he finally got it. And then Sam comes out of nowhere like Roman Reigns in the Royal Rumble at number 30.
That's pretty wrong.
And you think,
before XCW went on hiatus, Eric was losing the quick pizza. So I don't see how he was earning anything. But correct me if I'm wrong. Go on, correct me.
Okay. Look. But what are you going to do?
Look, here's the thing.
If Sam actually grows some brain cells,
everyone at the XCW roster has the assumptions. This is a problem.
What are you going to do if Sam decides that you're just holding him back, and he turns on you like Giordano did?
Well, look, I'd like to think Sam isn't as stupid.
No, that's not what I asked. I asked, what are you going to do?
That is what you asked.
No, I asked, what are you going to do?
I'm going to do, and I gave my opinion on it.
So, what are you going to do when he turns on you? Because it's going to happen. Just like France turned on Austin, just like Giordano turned on you, just like I turned on you. It's going to happen. Because Sam is smart. You've said it yourself. And any smart man wouldn't belittle himself to be in Xavier DeMonte's shadow for his entire career. That's dumb. Am I right or am I right? Dilly, what do you think? Wait, Dilly, how do you feel about this?
I'm not the one being interviewed right here.
Look, if Sam decides to turn on me, look, he can do what he wants. He can do him. He can go and be XCW champion on his own. No one's gonna stop him.
And then you're going to screw him like you did Jordan.
No, I'm not. Like I did. Last time I checked, Jordan is still world heavyweight champion. So how did I screw him?
How about your old client Austin?
What about Austin?
He takes an L and you abandon him? Is that what you're gonna do to Sam when he loses?
If I could correct you, that's not why I abandoned him. He said, this is why I don't like being an Xavier client, so I cut him off like that.
He said, this is why I don't like fighting Xavier's clients.
No,
that's not what he said.
Beating Xavier's client.
Come on now, don't get corrected on your own show. Come on now.
Okay. Look.
Hey, hold on here. Look, I just want to know when Arthur started sucking your dick, because I'm confused. When did this happen?
Because, look, him and I don't get along that much, so when he's agreeing with me, I might actually have a point. Sam is stuck in your shadow, not because he wants to be, but because you're forcing him to be. He doesn't want. Have you ever asked him, hey, do you actually want to be my client, or am I just pushing you too hard? What do you want?
I disagree.
So if I ask him right now that that it was his choice to be your client, he's going to say yes. He's not going to say, Xavier walked up to me and said, be my client. And
I've done little to nothing for Sam. So I don't see how he's in my shadow.
So let's take a look at these logs real quick, because I'm a little confused.
Take a look at the logs.
I just find it funny how you had to blind me.
I think I told everyone here by now that your blinding was a joke.
I see.
Yeah, come on now.
Okay. Okay. You know what? You're right, Xavier. You're right.
Of course I'm right. I can't remember the time I was goddamn wrong.
Like the time you pushed Giordano and he turned on you?
Look, that wasn't a mistake. Giordano had to do what he had to do.
So Sam is gonna do the same thing.
Then that's on him. He can go do that.
The thing is, when Sam turns on you,
Hey, look.
you're gonna do exactly what you said.
I thought you said this wasn't our era anymore. So why are you making such a big deal about when my clients are gonna turn on me, trying to get me to say something?
Because Sam is stuck in the shadow of someone from last era. Eric
So that
isn't
means
stuck
he's
in my
gonna turn.
shadow. Because Eric, when people look at Eric, they see Eric. When people look at Sam, they see you. When people see Vertel, they see Vertel. They don't see me.
Debatable. People are still
When
wondering
people
who
see,
Vertel
for the
is.
longest time, when people saw Giordano, they saw you. Now they're starting to see
disagree
Giordano.
with that.
I disagree with that, because, see, you took him on first. I never really took him on. Did I? Am I wrong?
Okay. Okay.
See, I'm not the reason Giordano is champion.
I am.
So, do they see me or do they see Dewey?
Fair point.
D-
That's a good
Look, I
point.
can do this.
That's a good
I
point.
can do this all night.
You're right. You're right. But look, I have another question for you. So, like you said, and like I've already said earlier, Sam will one day turn on you.
Good for
But
him.
you haven't said how you would handle it.
Why do you care? Like you said, this isn't my era anymore. I don't need to give an.
So why are you desperately trying so hard to make Sam number one?
I'm not trying. You said it yourself. Seb already is number one. I didn't
He's
have to
number
try to do
one
it.
because he uses you as a crutch, Xavier.
Okay.
What if he's just using you?
Then you know what? Good for him. Look, you can't trust anybody in this business. You have to do what you have to do to get to the top.
You're right.
Good for him. At
You're
least
right.
he learned something.
You're right. Because from my experience, when somebody turns on you, it helps them, and they come out better than how they were when they were under your wing. I would
That's
know
pretty
that.
debatable. I mean, all your
Oh.
clients turned on you and ended on the blacklist. So, I mean, what do you classify as better?
Well, last time I checked, when I turned on you, my rating skyrocketed.
Yeah, then you lost to Vertel at Doomsday. So, how better off are you now?
During Gen X. Not my era anymore. You said it yourself, it wasn't our era anymore. So why would I try and win that? There
Then
you
if
go.
it wasn't your era, why did you take the matchup?
Exactly.
Because
You could have
I-
declined.
because
This isn't
I-
your era, sir.
Because
Because,
I wanted to give Vertel a chance to prove himself, and I did.
like, he hadn't already. XCW champion his
The
first week
problem
here.
is- yeah, because I was him.
He had you on a leash, and he had already proven himself.
He needed to defeat me, and here's why. Because at that whole time, up to that moment, when people saw him, they just saw me. They didn't see Vertel. They saw, oh, that's just Alan pretending to be Vertel. Now they just see Vertel as he deserves to be. Not because he's not me anymore, but because he beat the person
Well, you know
that
what?
quote unquote
There's a
created.
very simple solution to all of this. At Critical Collision, they're not going to see Sam Xavier 2.0. They're going to see Sam XCW World Heavyweight Champion. Thank you.
Is that all you have to say tonight?
Do you have any more corrections I need to make?
Xavier, how are you going to react to your former client Austin?
What do you mean, how am I going to react?
Are you going to consider taking him ring, or are you
Am I
going
going
to
to
immediately
consider
give
what?
Sam another title shot?
I didn't hear that. Consider what?
Taking him back under your wing, or are you just going to give Sam another?
Look, Austin said himself he doesn't want to be one of my clients, so I see no reason to take him on.
So you're going to have no problem if Austin wins?
No. Look, Austin Evans deserves the XCW World Heavyweight Championship. If he wins, good for him. I'm proud of him.
Okay. I have another question. How do you feel about Eric then?
How do I feel? Look, Eric is a good guy. He's a great guy. He's humble. And like I've already said before, Eric, great global champion, universal champion, TV champion, ultraviolet champion. But I'm sorry to tell you, I'm not sorry to tell you that Eric is not XCW World Heavyweight Champion material.
And we know that because he's been it before, right?
No, he hasn't been it before.
Exactly. That's my point. Because we've never given him a chance to be it.
Hold on a second. Hold on. Who is Eric? Is he the clean-cut babyface, or is he a mysterious Bray Wyatt? We don't know. You want to talk about you don't know Sam's gimmick? What's Eric's gimmick? Am I wrong?
Eric is being who he wants to be, and that's
Eric is being. So you know what? Sam is being who he wants to be.
No,
Am I wrong?
Sam is being what you want him to be.
No. This is bias. Sam is being who he wants to be. Eric is being who he wants to be. What's the problem?
Sam hasn't been here
Look,
as long as Eric has.
See, here's the thing.
Eric shows up to almost every single show. And Sam can go away for 2 months, nobody bats an eye. Eric goes away for a week, everyone freaks out and he gets stripped of his title. But Sam goes away for 2 months, still holds his title. I'm just a little confused.
That's not true.
That's not true. So you're telling me right now that even though Sam was gone for almost a month, he still had his number one contendership. Where Eric
What number one?
No. Look, my point is this.
You know what? Can we get a non-biased host in here? Where's Dilly?
Yeah, I'm right here.
Do you hear this? This is bias. This man is personally attacking me.
Alan, I think you should take a little break.
All right.
So, Mr. DeMonte.
Yes.
How
you doing?
Oh, I'm doing fine, thank you. You sound very confident in your client, Sam. What's the game plan if somehow he loses? What's next for your client?
Look, then we can re-strategize if he loses. We go back to the drawing board. We see what happens. But that's if he loses. But right now, I'm very confident that my client is walking out of Critical Collision as the XCW World Heavyweight Champion. Eric should win. Hold on a second. Let's be honest here. The last time Eric had a World Heavyweight title shot, he got buried by Breeze. The last time Sam had a world title shot, he ended the man's career.
I'm sorry. Hold on. Can we talk about this real quick? You keep saying that. You keep no. You keep saying Sam. You keep saying Sam ended Dylan. But the only reason Dylan isn't here right now is because what he said to Breeze, not because Sam ended him. So let's stop that right
I'm sorry to tell you that Sam did indeed end Dylan's in-ring career. I'm not wrong.
After Dylan beat him twice, back-to-back pay-per-views.
And I recall that he's not here now. That Sam
it's 2-1,
and ended his in-ring career.
It's 2-1, yet Sam is number one. I'm confused because right now it looks like Dylan still has one up on him. Maybe I should go call him real quick.
Hey, I don't think Breeze would be too happy with that.
Speaking of this whole thing with Mr. Blacklist himself, DJP, what did you tell your client to kind of raise his confidence after those two brutal losses? Like, I know you told him that he ended his in-ring career, but was there anything else that you had to say to...
Look, what did I have to tell him? Look, Alan here was wasting his time supporting a loser like Dylan JP, and where is he now? I didn't have to tell him anything to raise his confidence. Sorry, not sorry.
Dilly, your microphone is fine. Look, I would love to continue this argument, Xavier. I really would. But there's other people that we need to speak to. I appreciate you taking the time to come on. And I'd be happy to continue this another time. But we need to move along with the show.
Look,
you had a very strong argument, and I understand. I do. I will admit it, I understand where you're coming from.
Look, I just want to say, that I respect your wrong opinion, and that I'll be back next week with my client is the XCW World Heavyweight Champion. Thank you.
Okay.
Thanks, Xavier. Best of luck to your client.
Next up on our guest list,
The interview.
we have.
Wait, hold on, Alan. Can we get a quick mic check? 1 2 1 2. Anyone?
It's working.
We good?
It works good to me. I hear it pretty decently. Okay. Next up, we have. I would like to introduce my next guest, our next guest, France Blue.
Hi, friends.
How are you?
Hi, friends.
What's up, Billy?
How are you, sir?
Hi there, Alan.
Welcome to the show, friends. So, I wanted to ask you a question. When you gave Sam the chair, was it because
Wait.
you? Was it because?
Please repeat that, because you kind of broke up there. I didn't hear what you said.
Okay. I think it's better than that you didn't hear me. Sir, how do you feel about what happened tonight?
And last night?
Tonight.
The chair about, like, people saying that I gave them all that chair, or, like...
Just anything in general you want to talk about.
I
Actually,
just want to put out...
let me change the question entirely. On the last episode of Breaking the Scale, which unfortunately wasn't recorded,
Rest in peace, your live stream.
Dilly had a lot to say to you,
I did have
and
a lot to say.
yes,
I'm not
he did.
sure if you got a chance to respond.
He doesn't need a chance to respond. That was last week and it didn't even record. It doesn't fucking matter anymore.
Yeah.
Friends, where was your group tonight, my dude? Where was your new stable?
Tonight. I didn't ask them to. I basically just...
You didn't want your brand new stable there tonight?
There was no plan for them. What, you see any plan for a tag team match tonight, did you?
I mean, we had Verto demanding tag match opportunities, so why didn't you guys?
I wasn't here earlier. In the show. Rest in peace, Flamey.
Okay. Anyways.
Oh God, Flamey.
Oh God. You know what?
Interview's gone. Code blue.
Code blue. Alright.
Anyways, France, I have a question. You were listening when Xavier, Diley, and I had a little debate. How do you feel about Sam in general? Just
Actually, you know what? I'll give you more of an answer than you probably could ask for. So about Small, I just wouldn't. And, like, probably something you might even ask me is, and like, I know Xavier's probably gonna say I did it, but did I give that man Small a chair? Now I can say it to you, I can say it to Billy, I can say it to Xavier. Group chat, especially Flame, who said he crapped his pants. Yes, I did. I gave Samal the chair. And you know why?
why?
Point of it was to make both of them look. I really
hold on, you
still
might
give
cut
a
out,
crap
look
about
what?
Samal, so hold up. I said because the point of it was to make both of them look weak. So I gave him the chair. I gave that man Small a chair. Look bad, as so he will be one of my opponents to critical collision. He was just in the wrong place at the wrong time, so I used him. And now, he used the chair. The damage was already done. Once the logs were leaked, everyone made it seem like Small was being pushed to the moon.
Shit.
Being beaten by Small clean, and now everything's to my benefit.
Now you.
Now, hold on, you're kind of
wait,
reaching.
hold
You're
on.
reaching a little bit.
Hold on, wait. You stated earlier that it would have made Eric look weak. How would losing to a chair made him look weak?
Because no matter what, even clean or if you lost clean or bad, it's still a loss.
But then it's a tainted loss. It doesn't make him look all that weak.
It just seems like an idea.
So France.
Maybe we could do a critical collision.
France. You're one of the top people in Gen X, obviously.
Thanks for pointing out the obvious.
Okay, smartass. Look,
Okay, I didn't know we invited Xavier back on.
if I wanted to talk to Xavier, I would have invited him on the show. Just because you're on Xavier's side doesn't mean you have to be his little bitch like Sam is. Now, back to what I was saying.
Xavier's side.
Look, I don't know how much Robux Xavier paid you to do what you did. Or maybe, let's consider for a moment, maybe you're not lying and you're not reaching and this is all a part of your plan. Let's pretend that's true. So, do you think that you could defeat Sam when the time comes to it?
Defeat Sam? Oh, you're asking what's such a very simple answer. The answer is yes, Alan.
So, let's say you defeat Sam. Where do you go from there?
I don't know. I can go. See, if I beat Sam, what's the point of that? Because there's no real thing going on with Sam.
Are
So,
you
like,
saying
right.
that besides having Xavier, Sam has nothing going for him?
Yes, nothing. The last thing he had was, what was it called?
Hey.
Saviors?
There it is.
And I actually even
There it
told
is.
this man, Samuel, don't
Get him.
go to Xavier.
Get
And
him.
literally, I told him it's gonna have no benefits for him. There's no reason he should have even gone with Xavier.
My lord, this man.
Mm.
Oh, Xavier is typing to me in the chat. Let's look at the live feed. Do you hear his bias? I do hear his bias, Xavier, but this man, I think this man, France, might have a point.
Thank you.
I'm not
So
sure
what
about.
you're telling me is we need to hear it from
And to
France,
be-
someone who helped Sam tonight.
I
that
think
not
we need
right?
both sides of a story. I think next week we're gonna have to try to get Sam on the show.
Xavier, look.
If you're gonna get a client, you could have gotten someone way better than Samal. I can tell you that.
So who would you believe?
I would have been
An
better, but
XCW would be better than
kindly reject.
Look. France, I agree with you. But at the same time, I want to address something. Everyone here knows, for a fact, that Xavier and I, we're great friends. But we
Yes.
do disagree on things. And the pushing of Sam is something I disagree on. Not because Sam is bad. I stress that to the moon. Sam is great. Sam is amazing.
Sam
But
should've
I
heard
just,
the
I
wrong
don't,
prayer.
I don't think he's ready for where he is now. Because I feel like, 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 I really like Sam, but like, when you have the owner of XCW pushing you like this, hold on, Xavier, let me
I just
finish.
have one thing to say.
Let me finish. Look.
If this entire show was gonna be about Sam, you could have at least kept me on as the guest.
Look.
Come on now.
Look. Let me finish.
Xavier's got a point. He's got a point.
I do have a point.
Okay,
Dylan,
look,
stop all of
look.
this.
Stay on the show. Stay on the show.
I'm just a co-host.
Oh my god.
Look, just everyone hear me out for a second. Let's break the fourth wall here and let's use WWE as an example.
Oh my god.
Hold on. Let's use WWE as an example. Recently, we had something WWE. Recently, we had an incredibly similar situation in WWE. Obviously, we all know who I'm talking about, Roman Reigns. Pushed to the moon. Hold on.
Wait,
listen
stop. Look, no, we all know about Roman Reigns. Look, here's what I have to say. WWE says the same things to these fans. Now I'm going to say the same thing to you people. Cry me a river and deal with it. Thank you, goodbye.
Hold on.
I said thank you, goodbye.
Then go! Okay, look. Okay.
Okay, I know what you're going with, but if you chose me, what I would, if I was Samal, I would try to do the Charlotte and Ric Flair thing. You know, how it was the same thing with going on with Charlotte. She the women's title when she lasted for a long time. She had Ric Flair at her side. Ric Flair was basically when she was champion, people thought of Ric Flair and stuff. It's like, oh, that's Ric Flair's star. She even did a promo when she betrayed. Saying, oh, people don't go to me. Oh, that's Charlotte Flair. No, they said, oh, that's Ric Flair's daughter. That's exactly what's happening. Small needs to leave Xavier.
I think, like, what I'm trying to say is, like, and people are twisting my words here. I also think Roman Reigns is awesome. I love Roman Reigns. Yeah, sue me, whatever. But
get in the ring, but crap on the mind.
But like, and that's actually where I'm leading to.
Yeah.
When we take a step back to the promo that took place a few weeks ago between John Cena and Roman Reigns, here we had Roman Reigns, who's recently been pushed to the moon for the past few years. I want to say 5 years, maybe. I could be wrong.
No, not 5.
4?
That's
3,
3.
maybe? Yeah.
I'd say about 3.
Yeah, that's when his real big push started.
Yeah.
Here you had John Cena going off script and coming at Roman with facts that, like, without his push, he's not, you know.
I don't think, Alan, can I be honest with you?
Yeah.
There's no point in talking about Sam if you can't get him on the show. We are missing a complete side of his story. All we're doing is looking at it through his manager's eyes and the people, like his peers' eyes. But let's hear what Sam has to say about all this.
Is the Sam even here?
I
Sam
would be
is in the
happy
group
to have
chat.
Sam on the show.
Xavier, could you get your client on the show tonight?
Like, I would be happy to have him on the show. Don't
I
get
think
it
we should
confused.
just end this. Like we keep talking about Sam, I think.
Also, I'm preaching away from Sam.
But I'm trying to explain my point on this, because when I'm trying to explain it, you guys aren't seeing what I'm trying to say. You guys are seeing part of it. You guys are seeing part of it. No. I'm not trying to attack Sam, and I'm not trying to attack you. What I'm trying to say is that they're
It's not small.
Okay, look. The other day you were telling me that it's wrong to babysit people, and you know, I mean, it's wrong to break the fourth wall here again, but help people with certain relationships, stuff like that. Because when I'm not,
I owe
hold
you
on,
for that. I owe you for that. Okay.
because when I'm not there, they're not going to have me to rely on and ask questions, because they're going to be on their own and they're not going to know how to handle that. The same thing applies with Sam. Because you've given Sam such a big platform that...
I'm just confused. If this whole show is going to be about Sam, then why did we bring on France as our next guest?
Yeah, that's what I'm...
Okay.
Hey, while Xavier's here, before you go, I'd like to compliment you on what you've done with Sam, because you have protected him very well.
Exactly. You know what? People seem to have a problem because Alan didn't protect his client. Somehow I'm in the wrong. I just don't understand. But, hey,
Why doesn't
Actually,
he get like a time to talk every night? I feel like he has very few promos and time to develop a character.
Because
So,
Xavier speaks
particular
for him,
reason
and that's
why
the
that-
issue.
no, look. I just give promos to people who ask. Sam has never really asked for a promo. He just goes to the ring and wins. That's it.
You know what? Actually, so Samoa's doing all right because if he wasn't Xavier's client, we wouldn't be talking of him this entire time.
Exactly. You know what?
The entire topic of
Back
the
to
entire show
that.
was Samoa.
You know what? This show wasn't even about me, so I failed to see Alan's logic that people look at Sam as Xavier. Because you know what? This show hasn't been about Xavier, it's been about Sam. So you know what? Good on him, he's a star. Alan, you made him a star, thank you. It's always a pleasure. Thank you.
That's more than you ever did for Sam. What are you talking about?
Hold
Hold on. No, what I just did is I gave Sam his own platform to be known as Sam and not Xavier Jr.
No,
Like
no,
you
no.
have been
You
doing.
gave him this platform. You gave him this platform because of me. Let's be honest. Let's face it. You're jealous that I am a better manager than you ever will be.
Okay.
Bold
Okay.
Mr. Demont.
Xavier earlier when he was the host, I guess. Xavier, you can get yourself now. But you said something about like him being in war. I'm not gonna. Either way, I think Xavier's. Listen, at that point, I'll say either way, it's gonna be invalid either way because see, over and over again, I have a special someone I want to reveal at a war member at Critical Collision. I'm not gonna answer if Xavier is or is not in war because that doesn't make it a surprise. And so if you're gonna ask anyone if they are in war, we'll be joking because no one.
That wasn't the question.
That wasn't the question at all.
I'm not. No.
The question I asked is, would he consider including war as his managing, part of his managing thing because you attempted to assist Sam tonight.
Well,
if you're going to quote me, get it right, Franz.
But what if he is? What if?
Nobody said he is.
I never said he was.
Yeah, that's what
when
I'm
did
trying
I
to say.
he was?
Nobody. Look. Okay, look. Okay. Hold on, because the comments are still going on about Sam. All right, guys, look. Let's actually move on from the whole Sam thing because we're not going to get anywhere with it tonight.
Yeah, this is going nowhere.
Yeah, we're arguing in circles. I think we should hold off
Alright,
on it until we
so-
actually get Sam on the show.
Alright, so let's just talk about my match. The only match I had, which should be the topic's entire time, which would have been me versus a Raider.
How do you plan on rebounding after that, Matt? Because you were TV champion for quite a while.
Alright? Oh yes, I was. Let's say this. A Raiders victory against me was nothing because in fact I basically, if I'm correct, you can't hold on to more than one single title in XCW. Vacate my title because I wouldn't be able to use my RC. There would be no one that beat me, so I had no rematch against them. Against anyone. To a Raider. Just so I have a plan B if I somehow lose at Critical Collision.
Now,
So?
you said tonight you were using your RC next week.
Oh yeah,
So what are you gonna do if you win your
listen,
rematch and then
if you-
also win the XCW
listen-
title?
listen to my promo, you would have seen that I said I'm not using my RC next weekend.
I remember seeing you rave it in the chat.
Nice. Someone in your DMs again.
Oh,
I would like to move on to the next guest.
Stay here. All right.
I appreciate you
For
coming
having
on,
me.
friends. Okay.
See you, France.
All right, before I introduce the next guest, guys, please drop the Sam thing until we get him on the show. Thank you. Anyways, I would like to introduce our next guest, the one and only, I've known him for a long time. I've actually never found a way to describe him, actually. So I'm going to let him do it himself. Without further ado, here you have the one and only Orator.
Yo.
Welcome to the show.
Yeah, thank you.
Narrator.
So, what brings you to breaking the scale here tonight?
Yeah. I have an issue, right? Arthur says he gave me the win. All right. First of all, let's not lie now to satisfy your own ego. Let's be real. You did not give me that match, man. You were salty enough to threaten a rematch, and now you're claiming the whole thing was just fake. It was all like a push for a Raider, sort of. Like, come on now. Like, who are you lying to? Let's be real.
Hey, Raider, would you like to confront him right now over voice?
Yes, please.
France, you are free to
What do you
speak.
want?
Welcome back, France.
What do you want, Raider? If you listen, I gave you that title. So why don't you actually?
Really?
Why don't you use this
If you
time?
gave me it, where did the salt
Use this.
come from?
Use this
If
time.
you gave me it, why were you
I
salty?
gave
Why were you so salty? You
relevant.
threatened a rematch. Who
I
are you lying
threatened a
for?
rematch.
Please speak one at a time. Thank you.
All right, my fault. I'll let you go.
Listen, Orator, I don't have time for you. You can use that TV championship that I made relevant and make yourself relevant. So going out here bitching about how I gave you that title. Well, if I gave you that title, you better be able to use it correctly. Because right after critical collision, if I lose in that fatal four, I'm going after that title. So you better hope I don't lose. Because I'm putting you back in the blacklist, because you're going to be nobody.
Your excuse to back up the claim that you gave me the title is that you're going for bigger titles. You can't go for bigger titles because you can't earn them,
You
man.
know why? Because I'm friends.
You're not.
Blue, I'm the guy who beats everyone up. And if I'm so correctly, before you left, I beat you up.
I remember you losing twice.
Twice?
Tonight.
Twice against who? It's who? I don't remember.
Me and what's his name? Fuck.
I only had one match tonight, boy. Why don't you just sit and go back to your corner?
Alright, but still, you took an L. When's the last time you won?
Last time I won, basically every show I've been in.
Against who? I want names.
Against who? That's the only show that I've actually lost and didn't come out with a win at all.
Can you please give me a name? Who did you win? Who's the last guy you won?
Last weekend? Crap, I don't know. I don't remember these people's names. Because you know why? Because they're useless
Actually,
against me. These people...
I don't mean to interfere, but actually you did not win last week. What you did was you betrayed Austin, which resulted in a forfeit.
Oh yeah, I forgot
you.
about that.
He know he had that match lost anyways.
If I remember correctly, we were beating you. The only thing I just didn't want to happen was I was sick and tired of this man honestly being in my corner for what I'm not going to forgive him for what happened a few months ago.
Excuse me, but correct me if I'm wrong. Me and you were the final two, and we were full health. How were you beating me?
Go.
Final two, right before I pulled out that chair.
Are you saying you needed
I
the
beat
chair
up Austin and Clutch with that
You
chair,
had
and
to
then you're
pull
going
out
to
a chair to beat me.
because I
this
didn't
happens
get
to me all
that
the
chair.
time.
I
you
told
cannot beat me without,
If I'm
twisting
correct,
the
you didn't
rules
do
or
nothing.
bringing out a chair.
No. What I did was I betrayed Austin. I hit Clutch with that chair, and I let you run.
Right.
I let you ran because that's nothing more than you. Because you are nothing
All right,
more
but
than a pussy who
that's
runs
a
around.
Whoa,
relevant
whoa,
because
whoa! Let's all calm down a little bit.
Chill out here.
Look. Only Xavier and I can insult each other on breaking the scale. Okay, guys, come on now.
Y'all need to chill out.
Actually, you know what? You all may continue.
I forgot where I was. Oh yeah. That's irrelevant. I mean, the fact that you pulled out the chairs, because now that we know that who would have won clean, between me and you. I mean, I don't see your excuse now. You wouldn't have won clearly. You would not have won. You would not have. That chair is the only thing backing you up. You would not have won.
Breeze right there. The only reason I'm tagging him because he's gonna use the victory I gave him an excuse to come out here saying, "Oh yeah, I beat him. Yeah, what's up?" Here's the thing. Why don't you? Because the only thing you don't have is a past. Because there's nothing relevant about you.
There's nothing relevant about. Alright, you know what? It's like everyone seems to use that excuse about me.
Oh, relevant?
Alright, no. I have a question for.
To be honest, I agree
every
with you. I
single
hate
person in this channel who feels the same exact way. When's the last time I not including the Golden Gauntlet, when's the last time I have lost without the rules being twisted against me or a weapon being used on me? When's the last time I have won?
To be honest,
where are you going with this?
I hate to jump in, but he actually has a
I haven't done nothing. I haven't used a weapon to give me a win. I used a weapon and made myself lose.
Austin.
That wasn't a win.
I didn't say anything. I didn't say anything. I just called.
I didn't hear him say anything.
I just called.
Oh yeah, nice. Okay, we're just gonna totally ignore the Austin.
Yeah, that sounded like quite a nasty cough. I think you should take the week off.
Yeah, man, you're right.
Yeah,
these chewy cookies, man. I swallowed it wrong.
When you were coughing, it sounded like you said a very foul name that should not be spoken of.
Damn, I didn't know he was new DJP.
But yeah.
Okay,
where did this new attitude come from, Franz? Like, what was the spark that caused this? Refresh my memory, please.
I too actually wonder that, because recently you've seemed very different than how you were a month ago.
This is a new
It's
change.
It's not like it was a subtle change either. It's like the last breaking the scale, boom. You know what I mean?
Because
over here turning Super Saiyan.
last week that was my first time. I've always been the face. Actually, why is this becoming about me now all of a sudden?
Because you're the one on the show, boy.
You're on the
you
show
were just
right
complaining
now.
why this is about Sam, but we're talking about you now, and you have a problem with this. Yeah. You know what, sir? I appreciate you coming on the show tonight.
I'm sorry. Wait. Time out. I know we don't want the same topic being brung into this, but can I just say something, please? Is that alright if I say one last thing? See,
I'll inform you, if it's about my client, you cannot say it. Thank you, goodbye.
You can say it.
You're like his Paul Heyman, man. And it's not like he's Brock Lesnar either. He's like, Roman Reigns himself. He's like, he doesn't have, I mean, he's at the, how do I put it, damn it? Alright, he is, his skill is obviously, XCW title caliber, but he really hasn't climbed through anything. He hasn't really, earned his way. It's always you cheering him up. I never see. When's the last time he's been in a regular exhibition match for nothing? Just a regular match. I mean, come on, man. It's all pushes with him.
The way, and Sam is a star either way, so thank you, move on.
Alright, that's what I have to say. Go
on. Raider, I have another question.
What's up?
So, do you believe that you and your brother have the ability to possibly beat the KO squad?
Yes. Yes. Honestly, yes. Like,
Okay.
not even me being cocky. Yes. Yes, I do.
Okay. Now,
What is your reaction to the insertion of Vertel in this tag match now, though?
I think it was bullshit. I think that, like, I think that it should have been a 2v2, not a 1v1. You know, because that just ain't right to me. I think Vertel's getting a push too, if you ask me, not just Sam. Like Vertel, he just, oh my god, how do I put it? It's like he portrays himself as some sort of badass, you know, like as if he never like really loses. He like just like exit the ring or you know like walking out. You know what I mean? Like, yeah.
I think what Vertel suffers from is originally, by me, he was overpushed. And don't get me wrong, I love Vertel as much as the next guy. I think he's great. I think he's great for drama. I think he's cool. I mean, sorry, I mean he's straight up cool. But like, and I hate to bring this up again, but I feel like Sam is going to turn into Vertel. And that's not a bad thing. But like, sometimes I feel like Vertel doesn't know what he's doing. And I feel like he's like lost because he's not used to not having an agenda made by somebody else. And you can tell sometimes that Vertel, like, because sometimes at a show he'll say one thing and then he'll show up at the pay-per-view and be like, yeah, I'm dropping match, bye. And it's like, huh? Like, he does a complete 180 every show. And it's weird. All of a sudden he was dominating singles, so now he wants to go to tag. When has he ever mentioned tag in the past? That's basically what I have to say about that. Dilly, how do you feel about Vertel?
I don't really know how I feel about Vertel. I mean, I think he used to be good for controversy. I have a slight feeling he's overstayed his welcome.
And unfortunately, even though I originally came up with the concept, I agree. And I do like Vertel, so it's hard for me to say this, but it doesn't feel right anymore. It feels
his
like
his work rate almost seems lazy at this point. Like half the matches he just drops.
Or pulls out a chair.
He just seems to have a rather lazy work rate. Like he doesn't seem to very much care about what he's doing.
And I think that's something else, because when you're not passionate about something like this, and I'm not saying you have to show up every single show and give your 100% best like it's a real job. No, it's a game. But like when it's like you don't care at all, and not even the cocky don't care, but you just straight up don't care and you just stop showing up, or you just be like, yeah, I know I was gonna say I was gonna fight this guy, but you know what, I don't care, and then just drops the title. That's like, why?
Wait, I hate to cut you off, but let's finish this interview with Mr. Raider here.
You're right.
And then we can talk about Vertel. Sorry to cut you off.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought my time was done. All right, okay.
Oh, okay.
No,
oh,
man,
okay.
no, my bad.
Any more questions for him, or I don't have any more questions.
No, but do you have anything you'd like to say, Ritter?
No, I think I said anything that I felt needed to be said.
All right.
I'm good now.
All right. I appreciate you taking your time to come on the show, sir.
Yeah, thanks, man.
All right, peace.
All right.
Okay, let's continue this Vertel conversation.
Yeah, I was about to say, before we bring on our next guest, let's talk about this a little bit. Vertel, I feel like that's my fault. I feel like when I made the idea of Vertel, it was temporary. I mean, it was supposed to go to last Christmas in July, and that was it. Not the one that passed, but the one from last year.
Yo, Alex Hart, mute your fucking mic.
Okay, anyways. But like, that shouldn't have happened. Like, he shouldn't still be here. But he is.
I disagree with he shouldn't be here, but he's not, like you said, you don't need to be like passionate showing up to every show. But he does, and like even for a while, I know like you and Xavier have both previously stated that you've stopped caring sometimes.
Yes.
But you show up enough and you act well enough where you seem like you care. And with Vertel, you get no vibe of that. He just goes through the motions, and like he's just there at times. Like
I feel that Vertel, he's not here to have fun. He's here to cause controversy. And don't get me wrong, controversy is
he doesn't
great.
do that very well anymore, though.
Yeah. But when you can't even do that like good anymore without using a chair, I mean, I think his time's up. And don't get me wrong, a lot of people still use chairs, but like, my problem is he does it almost next to every single match. And like, okay, look, the reason I quote unquote kneeled to Vertel tonight is because I don't know what to do with Vertel anymore. Because I don't know what he's doing anymore.
I don't think there's anything for you to do with Vertel anymore.
There's
no
nothing
reason
to do.
Well, I do not understand why he had you personally bring up the title.
Exactly.
He's already
beaten me. He's already proved that. So what was the point of that? Oh, for kicks and stuff? I mean,
like it was a show of arrogance, which was alright.
But like,
it just seemed like he was going through the motion.
When somebody does that, they're usually attempting to challenge that person. And I've said multiple times, I'm not coming back out of retirement. Period. Because I'm done. I have way other stuff to worry about besides trying to win titles and wrestle. And look, I gave him the title because he won it. I was gonna start some beef because he won it and I just didn't want him to have it. No, he earned it. So I gave it to him.
So this is officially, there is no way in hell we're going to see an Allen versus Vertel rematch.
Hey, wait, what do you mean he didn't win it? What?
What? It was a non-title match and you did... Oh, wait. Oh.
Nobody told me it was a non-title match.
You got bamboozled.
Oh,
dude.
hold on. Let me correct that, actually.
Damn, we out here.
I'll correct that.
I wasn't paying attention.
I was told by someone it was a title match.
I just assumed it
like,
was.
Someone told me, hey, Vertel won the title, and I was like, oh, okay, I'll give it to him. Oh,
I remember he was supposed to fight Clutch for the title, but
oh, well, what title did I give him? Global? That's my mistake. I'll give him number one contendership because I'm sorry, like that.
Yeah, I like Vertel.
But like, hold on, I can't find it.
I don't know.
Okay, it's fixed.
Vertel
Look, they can fight for it next show or whatever. But come
into
on.
pay-per-view, I believe.
Yeah. But anyways, back to what I was saying. I feel like Vertel is just like, I don't know. We've seen it before. Everything he does, we've already seen him do before, and I hate to say it's boring.
It's boring, and it's not like Undertaker's son or whatever, where it was like it's his gimmick. Like it's been his gimmick for so long, like we can overlook it. Like he's a Gen X guy. Like he should not already feel like we've stretched him out. You know, you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's just I feel like Vertel should have been temporary, and the fact that he's here now, I feel like whoever he is, or whatever, whoever it is, just they need to be themselves, because I'm tired of watching Vertel just come out, hit someone with a chair next to almost every night. It's boring. Because now it's to the point where whenever I see Vertel enter the ring, I'm like, oh, he's going to use a chair. And what do you know? He uses a chair. What? Like...
Yeah.
Or the other person wasn't helped properly. What? Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
Like, it's like I don't... And I think a lot of people in XCW say this. They don't care about Vertel. And I'm not saying he's irrelevant. That's not what I'm saying. It's just we don't... It's not fun to watch him anymore.
Yeah, it's not fun to watch him. And then, I like to brag about myself. So excuse me, I'ma do that real quick. I remember when I was still wrestling, there was a match, I think it was for the Golden Gauntlet, where it was Vertel versus myself, and I beat Vertel, and I had a clean, and he was using a chair and a sledgehammer, and I still won. So I have shown that it's not impossible to do.
Yeah.
So I don't understand like what the mystique of it is at this point. Where someone like me, I'm not the best in the ring, can do that. It's like, why do you see Vertel winning all of these matches? Like, why is it we will assume that he will go into the ring and beat Austin? Or someone like that. Or Alt. Like, people who are better than me.
I think Vertel should stay in XCW. I don't think he should go.
Yeah, he shouldn't go. He's a good talent.
But, like, I don't think he should be at the top anymore with everybody else. Because, I mean, because a lot of the time now, it's like, sure, like a few months ago, yeah, he was at the top, period. And, like, he earned it, and he was there. But now it's like, you shouldn't be able to predict what that person's going to do, and then it happens next to every show. Like,
yeah.
Where's the entertainment in that? If it's like reading a book you've already read before. It's each time you read it again, it gets less and less and less entertaining, and that's the problem with Vertel now.
Yeah, it's not even that he's completely unentertaining, but we've seen it so much where it's like there's not a wow factor to it anymore. I think that's a problem that Gen X has, is they take things that used to be like, oh wow, damn, that really just happened, and now it's like,
yeah,
it's commonplace.
Yeah.
Chairs and matches are now just commonplace in Gen X.
And I think that's sad, because when you use chairs that often, it makes you not look as good. And whatever. It's just, I don't know. Like,
yeah, you're right. Like, seeing someone, people like Austin are insanely talented, but he's always going to be put behind the fact that he uses a chair like every other match.
Yeah. Oh, also,
Or is involved
before
in a
we
chair
continue,
shot.
I would like to address something in the chat. Xavier should not have to message everybody what the health is, period. Reason I say that is because we have faith in you guys. You guys need to have faith in us.
Wait,
Anyway.
what'd you say?
I said Xavier and I have faith in our members here, but I feel like sometimes our members do not have faith in Xavier and I.
No, I didn't hear the first part. You said Xavier shouldn't have to what?
Oh,
I didn't
he
hear
shouldn't have to tell everybody what the health is. If he says it's 300, as far as I'm concerned, it's 300. I'm taking his word for it. Because he owns this company. I think that's kind of stupid. If he says it's 300, as far as I'm concerned, I don't have to check the logs. It's 300.
I get the problem with everyone complaining, but sometimes when you see a match and it looks extremely quick, and they're usually not quick, you might want to question it, but I don't think it should happen as often as it does.
Right. I think people have a right to question it, but it's how they go about it, which I take issue with. If they just said, hey...
Could someone check the health?
Yeah, could somebody... Can you...
Like, they come out here all caps, like, demanding it.
No, my problem is, like, instead of them saying, hey, Alan, could you check the logs just to be sure, or ask another authority member, they say, hey, give me admin to check. And it's like, so you don't trust any of the authority to handle it or check? Okay. And, like, I understand that you guys want to see it, and look, let's be honest. I can be a snake. Let's be honest here. But when I'm telling you I'm not lying, 100% of the time I'm not lying. If I'm lying, I'm not going to tell you I'm not lying. Like, I'm sorry. I can't do that.
No, definitely. No, I think definitely the way people go about it is kind of like just cancerous, for lack of a better term. It's like I feel like Gen X feels more entitled than most other generations.
And I'm glad you said that, because that brings me to my next point. I obviously, for example, I believe Eric is awesome, and I think he should like get a push, whatever. I think he's earned his way to the top, stuff like that.
Sounds like Eric is your Sam.
But like, hold on, but you don't see me using admin to help him win. If he loses, you know, that's it, he loses. But I'm still at his side, whatever. But I feel like, and this same thing happened at the Golden Gauntlet, where Alex was wiping the floor with everybody.
Yeah.
When we're cheering for someone, when Xavier and I are cheering for somebody, everybody believes that we're using admin to help that person. And I'm sort of being hypocritical here, because just earlier tonight I was talking to Xavier about doing the same thing with Sam. But the problem is, like, even now, and Xavier and I, we rarely use admin to screw people over as much anymore, because it's not our era
It's
anymore.
a new era, and I will commend both of you guys that it's not an era of management committing all the screw jobs.
You remember
It's more of
2015? Oh my god.
It's more of an era of like the people in the matches trying to screw each other out of them.
Yeah, and it's like,
I do remember 2015. It was like every match Xavier was a part of. You
no,
knew it.
no, I would do
It
that
was-
same thing. I'd be like, hold on a minute.
Hold on,
Hold
let me
on.
raise
Or
my health
I
real
rem-
quick. 200.
I remember there was this one match where it was Robbie versus Bully. And Bully was gonna win. Period. He was gonna win. So I show up. And this is within 5 minutes of me showing up. I give Robbie a chair. And he wins. And Xavier's like, what? And then I just left. I didn't even stay. I just left. I was like, yep, I did my job. Like,
I did my job.
but Xavier and I now know that, like,
You're
being
a
management
snake,
isn't, like,
dude.
that's not what
a
we're supposed to
snake
do.
move.
So, like, I do believe that Xavier believes that Sam is number one and should be number one. Because I feel the same way about Eric. You know, but, like, I don't like that people tell us, hey, you guys are using admin to make sure that person wins. Now look, when you have proof that someone used a chair, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, like, earlier tonight, someone gave Sam a chair. It wasn't Xavier, but somebody gave Sam a chair.
Yeah.
And I admit this, and I'm
You didn't use it.
I'm gonna apologize for it. I accused Xavier of doing it, and almost everyone else did. But the problem is, we shouldn't be thinking like that.
Yeah, we probably shouldn't.
We
thinking
shouldn't
like
be
that anymore.
assuming that it's me or Xavier giving that person a chair, because I was wrong. I was wrong. I mean, these logs prove it. It was France.
Mm-hmm.
And no, Orator, I can't blame you. But at the same time, it shows us that you guys don't have faith in us. And don't get me wrong, I understand where you're coming from. Because
I mean, if I was a part of this era, I'd get pissed off at Sam too.
yeah, but like
I understand where they're coming from, but it's like y'all gotta just go with it for a bit.
No. Xavier, we know we didn't give you a, we know you didn't give Sam a chair. We were just talking about that. We were saying you didn't give him a
how
chair.
we know you didn't.
No. Eric, he didn't give him a.
We know
Oh.
he didn't give him a chair.
Oh.
What?
Oh.
Eric just did a screenshot.
Oh
of
my
you
God.
Giving Sam a chair. What?
Oh.
Let me look at this real quick.
Oh.
The screen work, it does work. Give Sam a chair. Oh, he does. Whoa. When
Wait a
the bell
minute.
rings, hold on. On admin, all alert Sam.
Actually, that's. I don't. No, wait, no, that's.
I think that's later. That is later in the show, I believe. Isn't the only
No.
point? Yeah,
that-
that's after the Austin match.
Yeah.
Because it says I'm dropping Austin Evans as my client.
No, Xavier, he took that after the show, but the log was during the show. No,
Yeah.
it wasn't during the match. It was when Sam ran in and attacked Jordan.
Yeah, wait, hold on. What's this say?
But anyways, let's change topics here. There's another guest I want to introduce on the show, and it is the one and only Adrian Block.
Fuck was that accent, Alan?
I don't know.
I'm wondering what that accent was.
You know, me too.
Like same.
Welcome to the show, Adrian.
Hi.
So, sir, do you have anything you want to say about absolutely anything before I ask you questions?
Vertel sucks.
Okay.
Yeah, that's about it.
All right. So, earlier tonight, Orator and Clutch have both said numerous times that they firmly believe they can beat the KO Squad. How do you feel about that?
Well, Clutch shouldn't be talking about beating anybody. Orator, last time he faced me one-on-one at all, he lost. In fact, that's the only time we've lost. Now all of a sudden you want to put someone of equal talent across the ring from them as myself in a corner is someone of equal talent to me. Really, it's KO Squad's night off, basically. All we're doing is showing up to sweep up somebody else's garbage. Like, we're supposed to face them? Seriously? I'd rather face the Hit Squad again. And that's coming from me after we've buried them twice, and Jordan failed his infamous chair shot.
Oh, I remember that.
That was
Yeah,
a
you guys
tragedy.
want to talk about chair shots? How about we talk about the one he failed?
That's
Mind you, I
bad. How
wasn't
do
the
you
one-
mess up a chair shot, my dude?
I was not the one carrying my team that night. I'm the one who got chair shot. So, really, to a Raider and Clutch, if you guys really think you can beat us, go check up on your facts. You haven't beaten anything. You haven't even beaten me by myself. Like, if you're really planning on trying to beat me, then you might want to go hire Hit Squad, maybe the Saviors, to come back you up. That's about it.
Are you implying that they could make it a 2-on-1 handicap match and you could still win?
I'm implying that they can't even do crap with a 2-on-1. Hell, I'll put myself in a corner by myself, and I'll put myself across those two. See what they can get done. If they can't do it, then I don't see why they deserve anything at all. That's about it. Oh yeah, and did I say Vertel still sucks?
All right.
Has Vertel announced who his tag partner is going to be?
I kind of hope it's the return of the man.
You need to stop.
I was hearing rumors it might be Helm's.
That would be interesting.
So, do you view Vertel and Helmsword as more of a threat than?
I mean, Vertel only beat me when I was on a crappy laptop, and I can't remember the last time Helm has beaten me, so not really.
Is there anyone in XCW that you think could be any possible threat?
Well, as a team, a cohesive unit, no, because look at KO Squad's track record. We've buried the Elites. We buried the Hit Squad twice. And mind you, no one could touch them. So, really, when you want to look at threats, if anyone is trying to be a threat, you should probably back down real quick. Because if you guys couldn't even take out the Hit Squad, I've got bad news for you. You ain't gonna touch KO Squad either. Like, there's no real competition anymore. Singles, there's competition. But
So, in a singles match, you believe there's someone that could possibly beat you?
I mean, yeah, it's happened before.
Everyone's lost
If you
before.
want me to step out of kayfabe real quick, I've lost before. I'm willing to admit that. I've lost.
Everyone's lost before.
Want to know who else has lost? Brutal Damon. Want to know who else has lost? Eddie Slayer. Want to know who else has lost? Rudy Ballard. Like you said, everyone's lost.
Everyone loses. So you are rather confident for the foreseeable future there will not be any competition within the tag team division?
Unless someone slides them a chair, which would be utterly boring. Yes.
That's about right. Also, to refer to destruction, I'm very uninformed. Who was that man that defeated you?
Dio?
Yeah, who was that? Because it seemed like you two were rather friendly after the match.
Yeah. He's a friend. That's about it.
So, did you give it your all in that match, or did you want to give your friend a time to shine?
I mean, if I beat him in the match, he'd kind of be underlooked, wouldn't he? I mean, he just, debuted, or all of a sudden he just loses in his debut match. He'd be underlooked, and he's my friend. Why not give him a little push through the door? Why not help him get himself established?
Hey, I don't mean to change topics on you. But we have a bit of a problem going on in the chat right now. And I just want to address it real quick. Xavier, I understand what you're doing, and trust me, you of all people should know that I totally get what you're doing. But I don't think this is the right way to go about that.
You know what?
Like,
Maybe if I look
like,
under my bed, I'll find a fuck to give.
no, look. Like, seriously. Like, out of kayfabe, I don't think that's a good idea. And I'm not just saying that because I like Eric. I'm like, that I don't think that's a good idea. Like, look. It's a fatal four-way. You could have at least just convinced the other three people to turn on Eric. But like, I don't think this is a good idea. Just stripping him of it, because he has worse.
You know what? I don't think it's a good idea either. I think it's a great idea. So you know what? I'll wake you up when I decide to add him back.
No. Wait. I just really don't think that's a good idea.
Well,
like not from being Eric's friend or anything, but like from a authority standpoint. And you know I love screwing people over. That's my job. Well, it used to be my job. But like, for example, if a raider was in the spot and he was doing that to me, don't get me wrong. I would find some way to screw him over. No offense, a raider, but I wouldn't remove him from the match.
but I would.
Because
I
even
mean-
because he earned it, and like
I don't care. And you know what? He just lost it. So what's your point?
it's not right.
It's Alan.
Like
I've known
you have,
Xavier for far too long. This is actually pointless. You're not going to convince him otherwise.
like I have a legit problem with this. That's not okay. Like I'll
Well,
do.
you know
like,
what?
Xavier,
That's not okay.
Xavier, I'll defend you till the day I die because you know that I understand what it's like to be looked at like you get looked at in XCW. You of all people know that I've gotten a lot of shit just like you have. From the people that we work our butts off for. Don't get me wrong.
Look, here's the thing. Nice guys finish last.
This isn't what this is. That has nothing to do with what I'm talking about.
I'm not finished. Look, Eric is getting proven wrong by literally the entire roster in the Discord right now, and he's still trying to pin something on me. And as the chairman of this company, I have to rule with an iron fist. And
I
have
will
to slap
talk
down the
to
punishment.
Eric. You could have just told me to calm him down, and I would have handled it.
No, that's
You
not
didn't
good
have
enough.
to do that.
I have to make sure he knows who he's dealing with, and now he does.
Is the new rule of XCW don't cross of a boss in any way?
Exactly, it's don't cross the boss.
So we are not
What's
allowed
the-
to. We're basically not allowed to disagree.
Look, last time I checked, this isn't WCW. WCW's dead for a reason, okay?
I never
That's all I got.
compared it to WCW.
Xavier, look, you know I will defend you till the day I die. But when I have to,
Fine.
like,
Pointless.
But
Hold
when,
up, we got an Adrian Black on the mic, waiting to be interviewed. And you're bickering with Xavier, and you're not gonna win.
I'm not trying to win. I'm just trying to explain this.
Hey,
I don't
you know
think
what?
it's a good
Sorry,
idea.
Eric, but you weren't gonna win next week anyway. So what's it matter if he's in the match or not?
Exactly.
That's not what this is about.
I have my money on Vacant. He's gonna win this match.
Here's the
I
thing.
like Vacant too. That's a good.
Yeah, that's a good pick.
Oh my god.
I feel like to be announced would be a really good competitor too.
To be determined as well. Yeah,
Oh yeah, man.
it's a good one.
Oh yeah, that'd be like match of the century.
Yeah, definitely. Who needs Austin, Alt, and Giordano?
Exactly. They're just minor talent.
Vacant's where it's all at.
Yeah, man.
Sam's in the match, isn't he? Right, Xavier?
Of course, Sam is in the match.
Okay,
Oh, he's
look,
a
look,
brother
look,
title.
look. Bruh, this is not a good. Like, I'm telling you, this isn't a good idea.
I don't
What?
like this. If I'm talking, I'm not any sort of authority figure in XCW, even though I'd like to be. Hint, hint, wink, wink.
You're not?
I'm not.
Yes, you
Look,
are.
Just explain to me why you don't think this is a good idea.
This looks.
It's a
really
good
bad.
underdog story. I mean, if you build it up properly.
Look, but this is. I don't think this is a good idea. This
It's-
looks really bad.
It's kind of.
Like, I
It
understand.
looks bad, Xavier. It looks bad because you make it seem like we can't cross you at all. Or we're
mean-
just gonna get completely punished and fucked over.
I mean, I haven't punished Art or Clutch or any
But
of the
you
roster
keep
for
threatening to punish them.
No, I have
You
not
said
threatened to
multiple
punish-
times that you said even tonight that N1C might vanish
Wait. Let me
to Clutch.
clarify what
What's
I'm saying.
Entirely different.
Xavier, I understand where you're coming from. Trust me, I do. You know I do. So you know that if I don't think this is a good idea, and I'm not just saying this because it's Eric, like if you did this to a Raider or Clutch, I would be saying the same thing. It's not a good idea. I don't think this is the right way to go about it. I think there are times where we should use our power, and there are times we shouldn't. Because like you don't know if, and I'm just saying this for an example, you don't know if Sam is somehow manipulating Eric to think that you really did do it, and now he just played himself.
That's not my problem.
No, but no, look,
or-
but then Eric just played himself. listening to someone else and going on something that he heard from someone else.
Here, Xavier, can I ask you a quick question?
Go on.
Is there anything Eric could do on Destruction Friday to get himself back in this match?
No.
Oh my god. This isn't a good idea.
Well, you know what? See, the thing is,
Look, I'm so
Look,
certain this isn't a
look.
good idea. I would actually step down from my rank right now to give him his shot back. That's how certain I am this isn't a good idea.
well, the thing is, one bad idea isn't going to hurt me, and I'm still going to sleep with a smile on my face.
You're
That's
right.
all I gotta
It's
say.
not going to hurt you, but it's going to hurt XCW.
Alan, why are you... Sorry, Adrian, because I know this is supposed to be your interview time, but...
I'm entertained by this. Go ahead.
Alan, why do you think this is such a bad idea? Like, let's hear you, without Xavier talking, say your side.
Because, look, you all know that I understand where Xavier is coming from. And I have felt the need to want to remove someone before, just because I don't like how they treat me because of everything I do for them. Trust me, I get that, Xavier. But when they earn something, I have to... I don't touch that. Sure, I'll curse them out. I will insult them. I will do horrible things. And I will tell everybody in that match, hey, you should attack them first. But
Yeah, I've seen you do that before. I've seen you
I
do that
won't
before.
straight up just say, you're out of the match. Especially if they had worked, like, weeks or months. Whatever. Look, I'm not saying that I don't agree with what you're doing. I mean, I don't agree with what you're doing. I agree that I think you're entitled to have that idea and act on it, but I don't think you should do it this way. There are other ways to handle Eric, like what I just suggested. But removing something that he had and then just dropping it just because he's coming at you constantly. A Raider has come at me years, and I will never take a match away from it. I'll screw him out of it, but I won't take the match away from him because he earned that match.
Yeah, I see what you're saying. I don't think it's right for Eric to be taken out of the match.
Just screw
Like,
him
I
over.
agree with
Screw
that.
him over for all I care.
But like,
That's
he
his
wouldn't even
moment.
have to screw him over. Eric is good in the ring, but he wasn't going to survive the other guys. I'm sorry.
Look,
Like, I
I
personally believe
I-
Eric did not have a shot in hell to win that match.
That's not what this. I wouldn't have cared if he won or lost. What I cared about is the fact that he finally had a chance to possibly win it. Even if he didn't win, I'd still be proud of him because he finally got a chance to prove himself. He finally got a chance to step up with people that he's been dying to get on top with since he got in here and spent months, almost, I want to say years, getting up there. And it's just
Yes,
dropped, just
all
like that,
the
because he made a mistake. One mistake in his entire career. He crossed you once, and that's what you're going to do. A Raider has crossed me, 10, 20 times?
A Raider crossed out. A Raider and Clutch. Now, I will say, before a Raider, like,